Okay, I'm back. It's time to finish this. The last blast. We're going to get this last room done over here, and the rest of the corridor, and that should be it, I'm hoping. And by the way, after restoring a save, we have the usual mystery art piece over here. Let's get a box to put that in before that goes crashing to the floor. That's what happens when with the slightly buggy save states. I'm hoping they're going to fix that soon. Oh, I'm going to get some organs as well. 3 organs, there we go. I hope they fix that soon, so that we can... we should probably resolve the whole laser problem as well, I'd imagine. Let's just get these out of here. Oh, there's another bit of something there. Oh, it's supposed to be brain. Lovely. I always wonder what that one was. Right. Feeling positive here. This other room's a big one. Well, looks like a particularly... it's not huge, but it's got a lot of junk in there, and it's got a lot of mess from trying to laser the bullet holes in the walls. Anyway, first of all, this. So easy, easy. Oh, you can pass through it. I know if you try and grab it, it goes. How about this? There you go. Gravity restored. That's a very weird session. So I was talking to one of the kids about this earlier. He reckons that it's to do with how the game saves entities. And it appears that some are saved and some aren't. So sometimes buckets vanish and sometimes they don't. And you can see that the location of all the bits like this have been remembered in the save state. But is that a... okay. Well, that great big curve was there. It's like a big vein or something. Oh, it's in. Okay. So that's remembered, but the for some reason the buckets and things are not. And I don't know why you do that. I don't know why that would be a case, but it should be easy to fix, I'm sure. I imagine they're probably doing lots of other changes at the same time, so rather than just releasing a bug update, they're going to do a whole lot of things with it. Right. And also, I don't think I read this one last time. I don't think I read this pad last time, so I want to read that in a second. You know, someone's made the effort of putting these bits and pieces in here. It's nice to make the effort to read them. Are you going to... come on, stop being glitchy now. Get in there. There, that's not too bad. I think we should dump that in one go. Let's read this then. So I got this from within the lab. Data log. Herr Dr. Maud. Oh, so it's the evil guy. It's the guy who runs the facility. The one that the heroic Jack Hammer was coming here to get rid of. The guy who created these monstrosities. Shall I do an evil scientist voice? The trouble is, see, if you do certain things like certain voices, like it just comes out as German, doesn't it? Really, if you do an evil, that's the classic evil scientist voice. The results are more than that's just racist. I don't want to do that, so I'll read it in a normal voice. The results are more than I could have ever hoped for. My creation is showing a greatly increased pain threshold, and soon he'll be growing. My crowning achievement, ultimate proof that I was right. They'll tell me I was crazy. I can't read it. Get that. There we go. This is the critical phase of the experiment. One I cannot afford to get wrong. His siblings grow restless now. I must tend to them. Good job, Dr. Maud. Yeah, I do a lot of story reading for my kids, and I always like doing silly voices for the stories. And I have a stock list of voices that I use, you know, for the heroic character or the evil character or anything else. You know, it's a series of voices you use as a dad to read out stories. You do that kind of thing, and I guess for story time it's not so bad. But I feel a bit bad that every time you do an evil scientist voice, it's got to come out like it's some sort of mad German scientist. I think we're bigger than that now, aren't we? Oh my god! I think we're bigger than that now, aren't we? I think we can get past that sort of stuff and find some new voices. And should I do the corridor first or do the room first? I think I might do the corridor first. In you go. Still no sign of the laser, by the way. The laser is still AWOL. By the way, look, this one's still here. Why is this bucket still here if other ones have vanished? It doesn't make any sense. Anything? Oh, that's a bit slippery. Anything over here? No, this is where some bullet holes were. Get out of here. You're doing me no good. Yeah, I know it's slippery. Oh, I know it's slippery, but you're not actually doing me any good by telling me that. You're just getting in my way. Ooh, oh. Great big spiky thing. That's a classic side of a mad scientist, isn't it? I mean, it's fair enough. Make a huge, monstrous creature that can squash you with one punch. But adding weird extra bits that don't necessarily really need to be there, like big spiky type stingers. It's that little extra touch that says the mark of a good mind scientist. You could have done. I don't necessarily your monster would have been less effective by just not adding the big stinger. Did you really need that as well? You had to get that little extra bit. You're not going to go in there, are you? Are you going to go in there? Yes. You are big and chunky thighs, though. I'm not sure these big thighs are going to fit in here. Why am I trying to do this? There's a box over here, isn't there? Look at this. I'm just trying to make... I'm making a hard rod from my own back. Just making things hard. And I think after this, I'm all viscera'd out for a while. I've been playing this game for a while now, and I think I've finally had enough cleaning. I need to do something else. What I'm going to move on to next, then? Oh, next I don't know. I mean, I'm still doing some Hearthstone videos. I have. By the way, is it acceptable to talk about another Let's Play and one you're currently doing? Is that considered rude? Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. Never mind. It's pretty better than the other ramblings I might come up with in a typical session. Let's just forget that, shall we? Let's take them back to burning, so I can carry on jabbering when I do it. So yes, I've got my Hearthstone ones. I've got another draft I need to do. That's the wrong room. Shush, organs! I'm trying to talk here. Look, I missed that. There we go. Yeah, I've got another draft to do, and I'd started my attempted climb back towards Legendary. It sounds like I'm suggesting I've been at Legendary. No, I haven't got to Legendary yet with my Druid deck. But I might do. It's been the start of the month has been and gone. That means that all the stats have been reset. So how do we hear that? There's a little noise happening in the background over here. I hope you can't hear that on the recording. I don't know how to edit that out. Anyway, so yeah, I'm back to... Well, I was back to level 20 and I'm starting to climb back down again to... I mean, last time I got to level 12, which is not bad, because I don't play it very often. I don't have any special cards. It's all free to play. All free to play Hearthstone, because I'm quite funny, I'm too cheap to spend any money on it when I can have fun for free. So I shouldn't curse too much when I meet people with legendary cards. I do, of course, but I shouldn't. Anyway, so I'll do some more of that. And I'm not sure, so I've got some plans. I think I might be doing some city building type games, is what I'm thinking of. And I'm also thinking of looking at some of the older games I used to play. As a little nipper. Some of the retro games. So I don't do as much recording as I'd like to. And I'm always worried about quality. I'm sure I'm not producing that good. The sort of voiceover I'm doing and everything else isn't exactly what I want. When you pick something, picture something in your head, and you've got a good idea. Careful, organ. You've got an idea of what you want to do and what you want it to appear like, and then you try and do it, and it doesn't quite come out the same. I mean, so I'm still in that position here. I do think about what I'd like to do quite a lot. And then, please. You are not helping. I do think about these things quite hard. Not quite as far as, you know, making a little plan and putting down what I might want to say and some ideas. I'm not going that far yet, but I do try to make what plans I can, and I'm constantly worried about quality. How, you know, am I doing a good enough job here? And hopefully, if it's not a bad thing, as long as I keep thinking like that, it increases the likelihood that I'm going to produce something that people want to watch, and it's not just me talking to myself as I record things that I want to play anyway. I'm not bothered by that particularly, but it'd be nice to know that I'm getting two things for every record. I'm getting the enjoyment of playing a game, and I'm giving someone an entertaining few minutes, watching me mess around and natter away to myself about every subject under the sun. Right. You know, yet again I'll say, we are nearly there. A whole lot of buckets required. I think part of my concern sometimes is about whether I should record, what I should record, rather. As in, you know, I've got a lot of games that I'd like to play that I really enjoy, that maybe people wouldn't want to see quite so much, and things that have been done again and again and again, I'm sure, many times on the channel. Doesn't mean I don't want to do them, but they've been done many times by other people on YouTube. Just going to scan these top edges. No, there's nothing up there. There's no organs hiding up there. I mean, I'd love to play through the Half-Life series again. Just the Half-Life 2 and the others, but it's not like it hasn't been done by quite a few other people before, and probably a lot better than I'll do it. So should I stick to my guns and my statement that I'll be... Really? Well, oh. Did you really have to wiggle out like that? Should I stick to my statement that I'll be playing, you know, I'll be playing and recording whatever I want? Be damned to whether it's been done before or anything else. It's for my own enjoyment. Or should I have some thought for what people might want to see? I don't know. Too early to say. Little feet sticking out. Oh! Slightly revolving in the box. No, come on, box. Behave. Cooperate. No! I often wonder how water exists in this game as well. I mean, you've clearly got buckets that are in several states here. That are different items in the game. You've got clean bucket here. You've got different stages of dirty bucket. So let's have a look over here. That's like maybe a stage 1 dirty bucket. As it gets worse and worse, and already gone buck one here, haven't I? And you have bucket without water. But is the water part of the bucket, or is the water a separate thing? And I noticed that you can hold a bucket on its side, and the water tips. So, just idle curiosity, what is the water? What is the water as far as the game's concerned? Is it in the bucket? Is it actually something in the bucket, or is it part of the bucket? I don't know. I don't know much about programming. One of these things that I hardly ponder, especially in a game like this. This is a sort of game, it's a bit like some of the things you do in life where you're not really engaging your brain too much. You're doing the job, but your brain is freewheeling as you do it. It's not heavily engaged. So you start to ponder strange things. About the nature of life, and the universe. That's just me. When revelations occur to people, that's the time. I wonder if this is dirty, or how dirty this bucket is. Yeah, it is. Trouble with the black stuff that's from the soot on the alien bodies, it doesn't clearly contaminate a bucket in the same way as the red of the blood does. You know when you've got a bucket full of bloody water that you can't use. See, here I've made an error. I should have come back in here with a laser when it was still an object in the universe and vanish from the save, because these are going to be a pain to get rid of. I'm going to have to carry these individually. These are far too big for a box. There we go. I almost sort of edited that part out, but I did a quick trick where I basically make sure the corridor's nice and clean. I grab the big bits and I simply run up and down with the parts, chuck them in the furnace. It's just easier than messing around trying to fit these great big bits into bins when they don't really want to go. As long as you've got a nice clean corridor, you've got clean shoes, you can run up and down to your heart's content, dumping the stuff off in the furnace. It's not that bad. Okay. There you go. I'm still in trepidation I'm going to find any more damn bullet holes. I mean, if the worst comes to the worst, we can cheat. There's the I think there's a remove mess command or something you can do from the console. I don't really want to do that, but if I really have to, if I'm going to get to the end of the level and find one damn bullet hole left I haven't got, and I can't do it because the laser's gone, well, you know, what am I supposed to do? Let's get you out of here. Can I still run? Let's get out a bit further before I try it. I can't find the shift key. There we go. Get to the doorway. Same with my brakes, I think. And you go. Any blood marks on the floor? Oh, I did have dirty feet. That's a shame. Usually I'm much more careful about how clean my shoes are before I start running like a maniac down the corridor. Never mind. Well, let's get rid of these quick. Let's read this while we're here, shall we? Bring it in closer. Identification. Dr. E. Phil. I am most certainly pleased with the progress we have made in recent months. The DNA harvested from the captured alien creatures has allowed our creation to truly blossom into a vessel of unprecedented strength and malice. With further treatments, I'm certain we can align the creature's mental capacity as we need. Good luck with that. On a final note, who is responsible for the continued theft of my Gloomberry donuts? Gloomberry. That sounds really familiar, but I can't think what that's a reference to. I'm guessing it's a book or a film or something with Gloomberry donuts. Don't know. I'm sure someone knows. I'm sure someone's immediately got that reference. Well, I don't know what it means. Nice to see a bit of difference there. There's a bed lying on it. Oh look, it's got a miss. No, I thought it was missing a wheel for a minute. It's nice to see a bit of difference there, a bit of variety. A bed lying on its side rather than just beds up against the walls. Someone mentioned in the forums that they'd like to make their own levels, and I'm sure they would. I'm sure that's something the modding community would love messing around with this. I mean, who knows what sort of madness people are going to come out with to designing levels. I can barely imagine. There'll probably be a few themed ones. You know, we'll have the Sulaco or something like that, or I don't know. depends how much freedom you're going to get with using or introducing models, even just the storylines and the text and that sort of stuff that people put in. There are a lot of very, very creative people out there that I'm usually in awe of. Massively in awe of. Be efficient. A very long time ago, I did like design your own level games. When I was young, one of the first things that was available out there was something called 3D construction kit, and this was the days of simple wireframe models with about as far as you can get with different shapes, but you could do a lot with those with a bit of imagination. There was a lot of games design events around the Spectrum. I'll say this, the Spectrum computer, because that's what I'm familiar with. But I'm sure it was on other platforms as well. And I enjoyed a great deal of designing levels around there, but nothing hugely creative. Interesting stuff, but nothing exceptional. There's a light around here. That's handy. Nice to have a dark level anyway. What's this say? Bend over. Oh God! The screams, the sound of saws and machinery, the roaring and restless groans from the cells. It's too much. It's also wrong. See, I think now we can get an idea of what maybe this place was like, and I was querying how people could be drinking coffee and eating their Chinese food. It's nice and quiet now, but I bet even before the monsters kicked off it was pretty mental around here. Oh, let's steady there, look! Oh, I can see so close, look! I think we may have even just picked up the last organ. That might be it. It's just mopping left to do. Let's have a little scan around. Interesting. That's rather unique. If it is, it means that the last thing we picked up and put in the bin was that sad little note from the doomed attendant. Poor old Ben. Poor old Benny. Here's the last thing we incinerated. Now it's just a matter of mopping. It'd be wonderful if that was true. I seriously doubt it is. I'm sure there's a few bits and pieces probably somewhere that I've missed. But look at these dirty footprints. But, well, there's one for a start, but that doesn't count. That doesn't count either. That's because you're going to dump a whole lot of junk out. No. I meant the stuff that was actually built into the level as opposed to added maliciously. And the horrible dispensing machines. But yeah, so we'll go mop crazy in here, and then get sniffing. And that can be a frustrating part of the game, depending on what the level design is like. Sniffing and the last few bits of grub and grot on the nearly invisible blood stains are left on a wall somewhere until you finally you give a desperate silent scream inside your own head and simply mop the entire area in a frenzy, in a desperate attempt to try and... Oh, look, there was one left, look. Oh, sorry, Ben. A desperate attempt to catch whatever last invisible splashes have not been seen. I mean, this place is so brightly lit, I don't even... running around the lamp's going to help. And that's what I do, I run around the lamp, see if I can spot anything that's been tucked away, and be necessary in this case. Right, let the sniffing commence. What do you reckon? We're going to find things immediately? Here we go. That's a beautiful sound. That's the sound of clean. You might have to go. Let's just test that, shall we? Sorry, doing the wrong buttons. No, it seems I'm fine with that. I thought it might be dirt. Oh! We have something. Well, I think it's on the stairs, you know. Let's go mad on the stairs. For a second there, as I turned around, it bleeped a little bit louder. I wasn't quite sure what it was picking up. Yes, that got it. Hold on. Something around here. Is that a bloodstain on the ceiling? If it is, I can't reach it. I think we've got it. Must have been some faint blood stain. Ah, we've done pretty well here. This is the first room. Oh, something's not happy around here. Let's go mad. Mental. There was a lot of bloodstains on the floor here, so I'm not at all surprised if I slightly missed one of them. Oh, look at this, look. How did I miss that? Still something over here, isn't there? Well, the bucket's pretty picking up as well. So let's get the bucket out of here. I forgot that was here. How come I missed that big bit of writing on the wall? Well, we know it's clean over here. Put the bucket over here. We know that's any sounds, any sensor pickups from over there will be the bucket. Remember, it doesn't matter if that's blood in there. The health and safety nightmare of my stacked boxes. My goodness. Right. It appears I have cleaned all of the blood and organs out of the place. Let's see if I've missed any bullet casings, or do we even dare say the word bullet holes? See, I thought that was one there for a second there. I panicked myself. What are you doing? Get the sensor out, you silly man. Wow. Really? Have I done it all? say it ain't so. Well, okay, let's not worry yet. Let's get the bucket out of here. Maybe it's the bucket. Maybe it is. And then we'll go for the sensor again. Bye-bye, bucket. That solved it, I think, didn't it? I think it did. Have I been in here already? Okay, let's try it, shall we? With some trepidation, I'm going to sign off. Yes! You stopped work for the day. You managed to clean everything in the area and have earned favour with your superiors. Your fellow janitors, however, grow wary of your efforts at ascension and treat you with distrust. Wonderful. That's very satisfying. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Lisas, and hope to see you again.